day, what day is it? Day 2 of the Body Smart Girl Bootcamp. This class is for 12 to 14-year-olds. So if you're not 12 to 14, you have to leave the room. If you're younger, so please let me know, is it Auntie Vivian or Auntie Esther that is working this afternoon? I see 2 of you.
Yes, Esther.
Esther is working this afternoon.
Okay, fantastic. So Auntie Esther, you're welcome. Let me spotlight you for everyone. We have a very special auntie in the house with us. She's a sign language interpreter, and she's working on this so that the sessions today can be understood by girls that have a hearing disability. So that way they also get body safety education. So welcome also, Auntie Ngozi. Good to see you, Princess Ngozi. So I've also made you a co-host. So girls, we're ready to do this. We came in early enough to do this. Fantastic. So you're very welcome to day 2 of the Body Smart Girl Bootcamp. Can we take the next 2 minutes before 4:30 commencement time to change our devices to Princess? To change our devices to Princess. Are you logged in? Take this. All right. That's all. All right, so girls, where would you plug that to? Please change your devices.
You're disturbing me.
We don't want boys on the call, oh. We don't want boys on the call. Thank you. We don't want boys on the call.
What's your problem?
My problem is that this bootcamp is for girls only. Don't worry, I'll tell mommy where boys bootcamp is happening. All right, ladies, I'd like to introduce, let me see. I still have girls that have not changed their devices. Oh. I'm seeing Benny, Disnot, Igwechi. I'm seeing too many people, all right? I'm seeing too many people, okay? So, Chloe, Mimi's viewing, hey, Mimi's viewing center. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let me spotlight myself for just a few minutes so that the girls can at least see my voice before I hand over to the instructor for today. So girls, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have a younger sister who was in the 9 to 11 class that couldn't hold, please apologize to them, tell them we fixed everything and everything is back on course. So today is the second day for the Body Smart Girl Bootcamp, and we have a very special guest today coming to share with us. Her name is Princess Ngozi Chukwani. It's going to be a wonderful session. So I want you to sit tight. Remember, we like you to ask questions. While we mute your mics, the chat room is open, but we would like to ask, please make sure that what you're posting as comment in the chat room is related to the conversation we're having. So don't digress, don't go somewhere, don't chat with people. You don't need to reply to everything you see in the chat room. Let's keep the conversation, compact. Let's use the time to, make the conversation go faster. So make sure that if you're posting something, it's either a question related to what we're talking about. I'm seeing some names that I saw in the 15 to 17 class yesterday. Unfortunately, I'd just like to mention that this class is for 12 to 14 once again. And maybe I'm the one mixing it up, but I welcome every single one of you. So I'm going to pin Princess Ngozi on the spotlight now. And she is going to take over from there. Welcome, ma'am. Please unmute your mic.
Yeah, thank you. I've done that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
Okay. Thank you so much. Welcome, my princesses. Okay. You're welcome again today. I'm so happy to have all of you. Like she has told you, my name is Princess Ngozi. You can call me Princess NG. Can everybody hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, ma. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Yesterday was awesome. Yesterday was phenomenal. I hope you people, everybody enjoyed the class of yesterday. Can just go to the chat room to tell me what you learned yesterday. I'll be happy to hear that. Type in what you learned. You know what we did yesterday. Could you just type them in for me right now? Hello. Can somebody tell me what they learned yesterday from the class that we did? Maybe we can just...
So they're putting it in the chat. They're putting it in the chat. It's in the chat, so you need to read the chat.
Yes.
They've already started putting it, yeah.
Yes, okay. I could see somebody saying that you're beautiful, you're special. Yes, yes. Princess Olawashe, I can see you that dating is not for our age group, correct? That dating cannot hold, correct? That we are God pleasers. Good, good, good. Don't downgrade any girl. Correct. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy that we learned so many things yesterday. That we are special. Yes. We do not have to please anybody. We are unique. Yes, yes. Yes. Princess Leona, I learned that there's time for everything. Yes, there's time for everything. Education, now is the time, because the education cannot wait. Now is the time. Dating is not the time. I can see everybody. I can see. We're not people's pleasers. You can never please people. Yes, I can see that. Princess Isabel said, dating can wait, education cannot wait. Correct. Fantastic. I learned that we are special. Correct. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Dating can wait. Our education cannot wait. We are special. You, my princess, you're special. You're phenomenal. You're special. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you're in the class today. Thank you. Like she has said, you know the rules for the class today. All our cameras are on, so you can see my beautiful plate, my face, and I will see your beautiful faces. Princess Daniela, I can see you. Princess Damola, I can see you. Princess Fortune, I can see you. I'm happy all of you are here. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, right now, I want you to just keep quiet, relax, because we're going to have a video play right now. Just feel free. Chill with me. You enjoy yourself and watch this video with me. Thank you. Please, can you hear me play the video, please?
All right, ma'am. So I'm going to stop sharing what I'm sharing now and move very quickly to you. Yes, I'm going to do that. Let me go to YouTube. Okay, so I'm about to begin now.
Okay.
All right, I'm in the wrong YouTube. Just give me a second.
No problem.
New sharing. Let me stop sharing. Sorry, I need to stop and start again. So I was in the wrong window. I'm going to start again. Fantastic. I've seen the correct window, yeah? So I'm going to start now. So everyone, please pay attention. I'm going to enlarge this and share. I think I got kicked out, so I'm going to switch sharing with Miss Joy. So Miss Joy, please come and share. I'm struggling with my network. So Joy, please play the video from your end. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you please tell me the title of the video? I can't play from my slides, so I will just search on YouTube. You're on mute. You're on mute, ma.
All right, I'm just going to share the link with you right now. Just check your WhatsApp. I'll share it with you right away. I even share it on. Please check your chat. On Zoom here, I've sent you the link so you can play. Thank you.
All right.
Hey girls, if people distract with the emojis, we will remove them from the chat. So we're not talking, we're trying to share a video, so be patient. We started on time, so we are working within time. But if we see funny looking emojis, we're going to remove the person posting them from the call.
So am I on now?
You're still the sharing you were doing. So you need to stop sharing this so that you can share the video. Thank you. Hey girls, please be patient with us. We're bringing in a lot of material, so there's a lot of techie part, all right?
Okay.
There you go.
Can you see it now, please?
Yeah,
yes,
I can see it.
Right, thank you.
So my princesses, listen, watch the film.
Did you pause it?
No sound, please.
No sound.
Okay.
Can you hear the sound now?
Yes.
Yes.
We need to start it all straight.
Thank you. Please go back to the slide. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Did you enjoy the video? Did you learn something from the video? Can you just go to the chat and tell me what you learned from the video, please? The short video, so we can continue. Okay, so heart touching. When I first watched it, it was so heart touching. Okay, true compassion. Okay. Okay. All right. The video is just telling us about a young 14 years that was pregnant, that got pregnant. You know, let me just tell you about what happens to you when you're pregnant. When I have 4 children, and I can remember when I was pregnant with my first child. That was like when I was 25 years. Can you hear me? When I was 25 years, it was so, it wasn't easy at all as a matured lady. Somebody that is married, has somebody that help her. I wasn't myself. I wasn't sleeping well. I was always feeling tired. All the things I like to eat, I couldn't eat all of them. In the morning, I would just be sleeping. Like I said, what is all this thing? Pregnancy wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy for me being a matured person at my age. In fact, sometimes, because I was even pregnant with twins, I could not even sleep. They had to carry my legs, change the other side for me before I was able to sleep. Food wasn't easy for me at all. Not to talk of somebody that is 14 years. 14 years pregnant, girl, a teenager, is not easy at all. You know what the person does? There are so many risks. The person can, wouldn't know herself, for 14 years. Imagine when me, as a 25 years old, could not handle it. Not talk about somebody that is 14 years. How do you think a 14 years person can handle this pregnancy? The person not sleeping well. It is not something that a 14 years a teenager can go through. It's not something at all. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the stress at all. It's not worth it. And the baby, the pains, and even from that, there are so many pains. Even when you have your baby, you can have a baby that is not well mature, like a premature baby. There are so many things you can go through. But there's one particular one. You might be 14 years, you think your body is ready for pregnancy. No, your body is just developing. It's not ready for pregnancy. And even from all this, there's one that is very, very, very acute that we want to talk about. And that is Are you listening? Can you hear me? Hello, Princess, can you hear me? Wasn't mentally. No.
Yes, we can, Mama. Please go ahead.
Okay. No, I could see somebody saying that she wasn't mentally okay. No, she was mentally okay, but being a child, being a teenager, it was too shocking to her because she couldn't handle it. As a teenager, there are things you could not handle. Pregnancy, there are things you could not handle. Even at that, someone said, yes, the mother left. Yeah, she left because the baby, she didn't know what to do with the baby. She was confused. That's why she left. That's why we are here to tell you about it. And the word that they're talking about is the one that is called fistula. Have somebody heard about fistula before? VFF. If you have heard about that one, can you just type it there in the chat room so we can talk about that? Somebody is telling me here that mother of the child thinks she's smart. Well, I wouldn't. She's not that. She doesn't think that she's smart just because of what she's going through. She was going through emotional trauma. That okay. Please. Okay. And that is what one of the things for a teenager pregnancy that can lead to. You know what it means? VVL, fistula. According to UNFPA, currently 300,000 teenagers are at the risk of it. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's an abnormal opening of the bladder. You know, in a layman's word, it means where you don't have control of, you know, where you want to pass your urine. Abnormal opening between the bladder. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Do you understand? So it's not, you know, and it's always particular in children when they're pregnant, people that you know, 14, younger ages, when they're at that age, when you're pregnant at that age, you're having a baby, it's always too difficult because of that. That some people, there's always stigma for that. When you have that VVL, vesicular vaginal fistula. Some people are saying it's coming in the north. No, it's not coming in the north. It's happening here everywhere. It's happening right now. When young children are having children, you know, when you think that you're a baby, when babies are having babies. You know, as a 14-year student, as a 14-year teenager, you might think that your body has developed. No, your body is still developing. Your body is not capable of having a child at this age. That is what we saw at that video. That is what we saw there. The baby, you know, physically, emotionally, psychologically, the baby is still a baby, so she could not handle the stress. You hear what I mean? I want you to have this one, just to know this one, that you are still girls. Your body is developing, yes, but at your age as a teenager, you are not yet ready for pregnancy, because there are so many things that go with pregnancy, so many things. Who even told you that there's no love without, that I heard people who even told you that there's no love without sex? That's a lie. That's a lie. There's nothing like that there's no love without sex. You can have love. God is love. You can have love without sex. And that is why we are here to tell you that you're role models. Let me tell you what pregnancy can bring. Do you know all you aspire to be in life? You know, some of us, we aspire to be neurosurgeons, we aspire to be doctors, we aspire to be, you know, like IT person. Just pregnancy can just spoil everything for us. Everything. It will bring down everything you've wanted to do in life. Even, do you know some people that when you get pregnant, that some parents can even disown you? Yeah, it happens. Is this social stigma? This person that has a baby, all these things comes with that. It's not worth it at all. It's not worth it, my princess. Even your mental health, you know, you're a baby and you're carrying a baby. Imagine that. Okay, my princess, have you seen a 14-year person that had a baby before? If you have, please, can you just tell me? Can you just talk about it? If you have a baby having a baby, you want to be a doctor, you can't even be a doctor again. You want to be a lawyer, you can't even be a lawyer again. It happens. The youngest mother is 6 years old. I've not seen that. But I'm saying that it's not worth it. In fact, let me tell you, the truth is that even the boy that made you pregnant, or not you, you know, that you have people that boy might not even be in the picture, you might not even see that person. So why the stress? Why the stress? Why? It's not worth it. All your university experience, gone. And let me tell you, my princess, it's not everybody that are pregnant that plans to be pregnant. Did you know that? That no girl sets out to be pregnant at all. Nobody sets out to be pregnant. It just happens. Unplanned. Unplanned. Nobody sets out to be pregnant. Unplanned. I hope none of us here wants to follow that journey. All of us want to focus on our education. like we were taught yesterday. Education first. Every other thing can wait. Every other thing can wait. Every other thing can wait because we can be, one thing can lead to another. I'm telling you, one thing can lead to another. Because I keep on telling my children, I keep on telling any young girl that I meet that all these things has to stop. There's time for everything. Under slide, please. Like I was telling you, there's so many things that we need to know. So many things that we need to know. Can you just tell me as princesses some things that you need to know from, on the chat? Let me know that you're following me. Just tell me some things that I need to know, please. From what I've said, what happened to the mother of the child? Okay. Yeah, I could see what you're saying. Okay. Are you still here with me? Okay. There's love without sex. I agree. Yes. I didn't even watch the video. Okay, don't worry. You can go back to watch the video if you don't watch the video. How is VVF contacted? No, it's not something that you don't contact it. There's something that you do. Like I was telling them, I'm not a medical doctor, but like I was saying that sometimes when early marriages, when you have babies having babies as teenagers, those are the things. There's so many ways that you can have VVF. We're just talking about the ones as a child, as a teenager, having pregnancy at a young age. Please, what about people who get okay? Yes, yeah, we're here with me. I'm telling you, being in a relationship right now is not the right thing for us to do. This is not the time for a relationship. This is the time for us to get focused on our studies. Because there's time for everything. There's time for everything. It's not time at all because it's not worth the stress. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, my princess is not worth it. If you think you're not sure of yourself, I'm telling you, have to, try to know how to affirm yourself. I used to do something on my room where I can tell myself, I am special, I am beautiful. I did that for my children when they were growing up. We're not going to have sex. Trying to say beautiful things, honoring yourself, saying beautiful things for yourself. Affirm it, tell your mommy or your auntie to bring it, hang it in your room, read it to yourself every day. Read it to yourself, affirm it. Affirm to yourself. You don't need anybody to affirm to you. Do you know, like we are saying, everybody mustn't get pregnant by just having a relationship like we were taught yesterday. Don't date. You can still get pregnant by rape. You know about rape? Can you just tell me some, how different ways how one can get raped? Are you there? Can you just type in how one can get raped? Yeah. Dressing anyhow, princess, rising star, yes. Dress kidnap, yes. Late night outings, correct. Ooh, correct. Improper dressing. Yes. Looking at the wrong place, going at the wrong place. Yes. Ooh, illegal relationship. You are doing fantastic. Staying in that places. Ooh, correct. Unusual closeness, getting drunk. Correct. Awesome. My role models. Awesome. I have role models in this class. I have impact life changers in this class. Yes. We're changing the world. Going to nightclubs, I can see Princess Fortune. Correct. Allowing people to touch you. Correct. People get raped without rapist. Being drugged. I agree with everything. Know the signs that you are, let me just show you, know the signs that you are at risk of being raped. You've said everything. You've said most things because you are smart children. You can't be at a close, you know what I mean? It's not good. You can't be, like you said, being drunk. We are not allowed to take alcohol. Alcohol is not even good for older people, not talk about children. You can't take alcohol because when you take alcohol, you can't contain that. You lose out. Have you seen somebody Have you seen someone that has been drunk before? Have you seen someone that has been drunk before? Tell me if you have seen. The person is losing out. Yes. You saw how the person lost it. The person does not know what he or she is doing. They act crazy. And when you act crazy, you don't know what is happening. You can be taking advantage. That's what we're not saying. Like you should not take alcohol. Because when you take alcohol, yes, in real life, you lose out. You can't contain it. You can't contain it. And when you can't contain it, you can be raped, you can be exposed, you're exposing yourself to rape. Because somebody, when you take alcohol, people can now gather to rape you, and before you know, you'll get yourself pregnant. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Princess Joy, please, let's go to the next slide.
Like we said, you are not supposed to be, like, okay, for instance, let me just tell you, for instance, maybe you go to somebody's house, you now go to
slide 13.
Okay, let me just, for example, you go to somebody's house, you now go to one room with one boy that you like or something. You don't need all those things in an enclosed place. No, these are the ways people can get raped. Or in school, a boy can just call you, okay, you now go, anywhere that you think in a hidden place that you know that you're not supposed to be there, where other people are not. Please don't stay there. You're exposing yourself to be raped. Dark places is no. You can't be in a dark place alone. It's a no. Or in a room with an uncle or whomever, or friends alone. No. If you go to a party, no. Always stay where every other person is, where it's open for everybody to see you. Please, those are the ways you're preventing yourself from being raped. Don't hang out in that place. When it's dark, please start going home. Like in my house, if it's 6:30, my children must get back home. Yesterday they strolled. For instance, yesterday they went to a neighbor's house, and before they know that in a house, when it's dark, you cannot come to my house if it's 6:30. Even 6:30, you must be home unless I am out with you. You can't hang out in that place alone with that crush. That's why that crush needs to be contained, needs to stop it. Let me tell you, like we were told yesterday, those people that you think that you like, those crushes, I'm telling you, in the under 15 years, 10 years, you'll be like, who is this person? I don't even like this person. What did I even see in this person? The man is doing us shaka, but he's shacking us. No! Get tired of all those things. Excuse me. Are we there, please? Who is laughing? Are we there? Can you hear me? Can you hear you, ma? Can you hear me, please? Someone is saying that they can't hear me. Please, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you clearly. I was the one laughing.
Oh, okay. Thank you. We've talked about alcohol. Another thing, this maybe when you go out, so don't take drinks that did not open. Maybe like for people, okay, maybe that some people are still young, but for university people will tell them, or people that go out, because most time I believe that most time you go out with your friends anyway. But if in case you don't go out with your friends, or you went out alone without a guidance, you don't take drinks you did not open. You have to open the drink by yourself. Open the drink by yourself because you don't know the world is evil. And after opening the drink by yourself, take it. Take the drink. And if you want to go out, please don't leave your drink on the table. Carry your drink outside to wherever we are going. And if you come back, please don't take any drink that you left on the table. When you come back, please don't even take that drink again. Don't take that drink again. Don't. Because something can be put inside that drink that can make you sleep, make you sleep, and can expose you to people to rape. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about social media, people that will meet online. Social media is good. There's so many positive things there. There's so many negative things there. Let me tell you, it's not everything that is on social media is right. So we are trying to say, my princess, try people that meet online. Please don't even try to meet people online at this age, because you're still too young. At this age, we are saying don't. Please don't. There's time. You have life ahead of you. have life ahead of you, and we don't want you to be the best, want you to be the role model, want you to be the impact, the life changers. That's why we are telling you all these things. Don't try to meet people online right now. But even if you must meet the person online, please go with a friend, trusted friends. In fact, I will even say at your age, not even one person, go with two.
Hello.
Adults. Hello. Hello, coach. I can hear you.
We can hear you, man. We can hear you. Okay, I mistakenly mute you when I try to mute the other people. So unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Are we there? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. Are you getting something from the class? Am I talking too much, please?
No, you're doing perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, my princess. I know all of you've heard me so much. You've heard. That's why we organize this Bootcamp. That's why we organize this Bootcamp. For us, for you to know, like we were told yesterday, that you're special. And special people do not do bad things. Special people do special things. Never ever give in to sex. Never. You're too young. Never even give to sex. That is, the greatest disservice you can do to yourself. You don't need to do that right now. In fact, I'm telling you, I'm not a baby, but I'm telling you, I have children. I'm telling you, that's the greatest disservice you can do to yourself. Don't beg people to like you. You're beautiful. You're special. God made you in His own image. That this person does not like you. There are so many other people on this earth that love and like you. So you don't need anybody to like you. You have to like yourself. You have to have your honor. Respect yourself. Like from my body respect, body honor. Self-worth. That's what we're talking about. Self-worth. You respect yourself. Come to what you wear. Like yourself. You don't need anybody to like you. And I'm telling you, please don't accept that dating and sex for teens are normal for you. No way. It is not normal. It is abnormal at this age. Say no to sex. Say no to it. Say yes to self-respect, to self-honor. Right? Say yes to self-respect, because your body is the temple of the Most High God. Thank you so much, my princesses. Right now, I'm going to bring in my special princess, Irene, to continue from where I stopped. Thank you so much.
All right, can we give Princess Ngozi a round of applause? That was excellent. We could hear your passion, ma'am. You spoke to the girls from your heart. And I think that's the most important part. So before I get into story time, I want to look at the comments. I saw certain comments. I had to stop the comment because I wanted to be able to track what people were saying. So girls, yesterday we came out here, we talked about how special we are. And if I'm not mistaken, this is also the class that I talked about the need for you to think about how you can make a difference in the world. So I'll tell you a story about a girl who made a very important decision. In your class yesterday, I told you there were two priorities. Who can tell me what I said? Two priorities. If you were in this class and I taught you yesterday, I and Princess Joan, we said something towards the end. We said there were two priorities. I want to see in the comment, what were the two priorities we talked about? Two priorities you should follow, you should keep in mind. I think we should open yes, I've opened the chat now. All right. What were the two priorities we said you should focus on? Two priorities, who can tell me? Two things. Schoolwork, number one. Who can tell me the second one? Your education is number one. Your education is number one. Who can tell me? Yeah, Princess Jenny said it. Princess Damola said schoolwork and how to contribute to the world. So I'm going to tell you about a girl. God is priority. God is not a part of the debate. God is the utmost number one, all right? But I'm going to tell you a story, then I'll tell you something that God always wants us to know. There's this particular girl, many years ago, she was a teenager in secondary school. And part of her science project, she started working on a particular kind of nail polish, like nail polish, cortex. When we were small, we used to call it cortex, but your generation calls it nail polish. So this nail polish was designed for girls that whenever they went out with a group of friends, when they were given a glass of drink to take, they would dip the finger where they had that nail polish into the drink. And if the color of the nail polish changes, it means that what they're drinking has been drugged. Can you hear me? The girl invented a nail polish that girls would paint on their fingers. Then if they had to go out maybe for a birthday party of a cousin or someone, they will go. Then when they hand them drinks to drink in a glass, they'll just dip their nail polish into that glass. And if the color of the nail polish changes, within seconds, they'll know that their drinks were poisoned. The reason that she did that is because one of the major ways that girls get pregnant is by being raped. Many girls are drugged and raped. I know when Princess Ngozi was talking, she talked about if you're going out with friends for, when you hear this kind of thing, somebody say, well, I don't go to the club, I don't really go to party. If your classmate is doing birthday and they invited you, your classmate, age 12 to 14, invited you, your network kicked me out. Don't worry. Today has been a very interesting day, but we will rock it nonetheless. So if your classmate, age 12 to 14 like you, age 12 to 14 like you, age 12 to 14 like you, a classmate, a female, same class with you, very good girl, invites you to her own party, and they give you a drink that you didn't open, don't take it. The reason is that your classmate can have an older brother, can have an older cousin, can have an uncle living in their house, looking to, when girls go for parties, they're looking for girls that are not conscious, they are not aware of themselves. And they would take you to a room and they would rape you. So when you go for your cousin's party, friend's party, perfect people's party, good people's party, great people's party, all kind of party, when they give you a drink that you didn't open, don't take it. When they give you Chapman in public, always take Chapman where you're standing beside the person making it. Try to look out for where the Chapman is coming from. Is it coming from the open? Meanwhile, there's another thing, girls, you guys need to know. Sometimes girls go for a party, they made a Chapman and it was just out there in the open, but the entire thing was drugged. Sometimes there's something they call, it's like a cookie, cookies. Boom, is everything all right? You said someone should stop. There's a lot of chat going on, it's distracting you guys. So I'm going to just close it now so we can pay attention. So like you went for a party and somebody decided to say, all right, their drinks is in this big bucket. Everyone is scooping, like that's how the Chapman or the mocktail is. Miss Irene is telling you today that sometimes those drinks are poisoned. Those drinks, but the kind of poison they put in there is the type that is like they expose your body to hard drugs. It makes you unconscious. Somebody can rape you without your knowledge. You can wake up in the morning, you feel a bit different, but you can't place what happened. When that happens, it can lead to pregnancy. And unfortunately, you don't have a memory. You can't recall what happened. So today we're having this session to tell you about body safety and about preventing rape. We're focusing on ensuring that you don't end up pregnant for any reason. We've talked about the dating part where we're telling you that dating is not for the noun because you don't know who you are yet. So you can't really determine whether the boys around you will honor you. You can't determine whether they'll be trustworthy. You can't determine whether they'll be people of value. All of those things are the things that matter. You see, one of the most important currencies as you get older, you will understand is that boys ought to respect you. You're not supposed to be the girl that boys like. You're supposed to be the girl that boys respect. That's what you're supposed to be striving to become, that the boys in your class respect you. They speak to you with respect. They can't just stand up and hit your butt. So why are you doing that? Because you're posturing that. Posturing means you're presenting yourself, you're carrying yourself in a way that you're not available for nonsense. Look at that video we watched. That 14-year-old is pregnant, her baby is not doing well. She's bleeding because they say she was bleeding. We don't know if she gave birth by herself. She's not okay. She comes in, gives her baby to the stranger and walks away. And in the entire video and how they're trying to help her and help the baby, there was no mention about the boy. Girls, that's what I want to focus on today. There was no mention about the boys. Because when a girl gets pregnant, most of the time, the boy says he's not the one. She's the one that has to drop out of school. She's the one that is deprived. Sometimes you may meet some wild girls in your class. Some of them are older than you, but they're in your class. They will not come and tell you, please, that everybody is having sex. Sex is not a big deal. If you're not having sex, you're a baby. You know, they look for something to say you're not matured enough. I mean, I was talking to a girl that somebody in her class, she's also 14 like you. Someone in her class was telling her that she should go ahead and date a boy. And she said she's not allowed to do that. And the person told her, it's not like you're going to tell your mom, like you're going to tell your parents. Everyone is doing it. Yesterday, I told you everyone is not doing it. So we're starting with that phase where relationship, you're not there, because if it leads in pregnancy, it's going to be you. But sometimes some girls will tell you, if you get pregnant, I can get you something to drink. When you drink it, the pregnancy will go away. I just wanted to tell you that in Nigeria, every year, the statistics show that 5,500 girls die trying to get rid of pregnancies. The world loses their talent, loses their gift, and guess what? The boys that are responsible are okay. The boys that are responsible are fine. So I'm going to tell you a real life story. How many people here live in Abuja? If you live in Abuja, let me see your hand up. If you don't live in Abuja and your emoji icon is up, I want you to bring it down. I see 5 hands raised. You live in Abuja. Oh, eight of you, 9. Okay, the numbers are coming up. If you live in Abuja, let's raise up your hand. So sometime in 2021, something happened. An incident happened in Abuja, in a secondary school in Abuja, a painful incident. A teenager died, fell sick in a school and died. And when they took her to the hospital, they discovered that she had a used condom in her vagina. That means she had had sex with someone and they left a condom. That condom fell into her body, caused an infection, and took her life. I want to ask, did the boy lose his life in the process? The answer is no. So one of the reasons why we call this bootcamp Body Smart is so that you girls can be body smart. You can look at your body and say, no, I'm going to harm my body when I do that. That is going to be harmful to me when I do that. It doesn't matter the pleasure that is promised. The aftermath is pain. And that aftermath pain, only you, the girl, bears it. And so we need you to start stepping back to say, no, I won't do that to myself. So on the dating and relationship part, I believe that we've talked about that enough. You put yourself at risk. So then we move further to say, in the event that, in fact, when they know that you're not available for relationships, they will make attempts. One of the girls here posted a comment when Princess Ngozi was talking, that boys in their class were talking about how they were going to get a girl, and a boy in her class said he will rape her. If a boy in your class says that kind of thing, you head up to the principal, you head up to your form teacher, you head up to your parents, because they can keep their word. They can keep their word. You must make sure that with your senses, no harm comes to you. So make sure that if a boy threatens you, then laughs about it, then apologizes for it, Miss Irene is telling you, don't take it as a joke. Believe him when he says it and escalate the report. I saw another girl in the comments say people get raped because of what they wear. Not true. It's a lie. You don't get raped because of what you wear. You get raped when a rapist rapes you. What you wear is not part of the permutation. The reason I'm saying that is you dress decently to honor God. You don't dress decently to prevent rape, because rapists can rape you regardless of what you're wearing. So we dress decently to honor God, not because we are afraid of being raped. Babies get raped by men who pull out their diapers and rape them. Muslimas with their long hijabs get raped. Women wearing bubus get raped. So it's not a function about what you're wearing. It's a function of the mindset of society. There are many men in society who think it's a normal thing, who were not educated to be responsible, who are being, so right now you may have classmates that are boys who have older brothers or uncles who talk absolute nonsense to them. And so they don't have respect for women. They don't have respect for a woman's body. And so raping a woman is something they joke about. Meanwhile, if you sit with women who've been raped, you see how traumatized they are. Another girl here said that sometimes rapists rape because they were raped. Sometimes. Many times, that's not the case. It's a question of irresponsibility. It's a question of disrespect to women. That's the point. Meanwhile, Nigeria has a new law called the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, where people get locked up for raping someone. So that means that if somebody attempts to do something wrong, you need to look them in the eyes and tell them, do you know that if my parents will take you to the police and you'll be locked up for a minimum of 14 years. So you need to know that rape is a terrible crime against humanity. So when I tell you when you go to parties, don't drink, I'm trying to tell you, don't expose yourself to risk. Some of you, when you say you like a boy, he says, meet me in this corner, maybe tells you, tell your parents you're going somewhere, and then let's meet somewhere else. I want to end my talk to you today by saying, anytime you sneak around to do something, you never know where it will go. If you sneak around, then the boy does not honor you. And if he does not honor you, he cannot be love. Love comes with respect. Someone who loves you, respects you, does not want you to get into trouble, does not want you to lie to your parents. Another girl put on the post, what about if you have a best friend that is a boy? I told you yesterday, being friends with a boy is not a big deal at all. As long as you can tell me honestly, you have no feelings towards him. As long as you can tell me honestly, he has no feelings towards you, that he's your pal. As long as there's a feeling between both of you, you can be deceiving yourself that you're besties, but one day you do something wrong. And the reason we keep telling you this is because some of you think you can control yourself. I can control myself. I want you to know that emotions towards the opposite sex is very strong. That's why one of the things we want you to always know is that when you have a crush, you have to find a way to take responsibility. There's this affirmation we've designed for you, Mrs. Ngozi mentioned, that helps you to stay straight. We have a journal we've designed for you that helps you every time you're going through a crush. We help remind you so that you're stable, because girls, the emotion is strong. You can do something wrong if you follow it. And that's why God keeps helping us by making the crushes short term. Crushes are not supposed to last long, because if they last long, you may do something wrong. So we're not here to tell you that when you feel a crush, you've done something wrong. No, we're here to tell you that the feelings of crushes are strong, but should you be pushed to take actions, we want you to know that these are the possible consequences. So I'm going to open the chat now. Leave me a question while I try to read the story for the day, and let's see what we can do to help the girl. Next slide, please. Meanwhile, I'll tell you a small story, a very short story. You know Miss Irene that is on this call? I didn't stop your video. Did we stop videos? Ajoke, no, it is not bad to have feelings for the opposite sex. It's a part of life. It's a part of what you go through when you get into puberty. It's part of it. Why is it that guys want to get you pregnant and deny it? I don't think that guys want to get you pregnant and deny it. I think that guys want to have sex, but they don't want to deal with the consequences. Are you kidding me? Girls are saying we stop their videos. I don't think so. There's no way for us to stop videos. I'm telling you that there's no feature to stop videos. How did we do that? So let me look for a way to see how we did that.
Yeah, it's in the security option. I think it's...
No, it's fine now.
Huh?
Yeah, video should be on now.
It's fine now.
It should be
Yes,
on.
ma'am.
It is, right?
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
all right. So sorry. I don't know how I did that. Sorry. So I don't think that guys are trying to avoid get girls pregnant and deny it. No, they want to have sex, but they don't want girls to get pregnant. But girls have a body, and the natural sequence is sex and pregnancy. Excuse me. So that's simple. All right. Do you think a 14-year-old wants to be a father? The answer is no. So what is vesicovaginal fistula? So it is a particular disease that happens when a woman has obstructed labor. So think about it this way. A woman wants to give birth, and there's a way her birth canal is supposed to be. But when she's younger, her birth canal is not that fully developed. So what it means is that in the process of giving birth, she may have a tear between her vagina and bladder, making her body leak urine because her body was not yet developed enough to have a baby. I know that when you start seeing your period, you can get pregnant. Your body is ready to get pregnant. But the thing is, even though your body is ready to get pregnant, your body is not yet ready to carry a pregnancy. It does not have the full capacity to carry a pregnancy. For example, that girl in the video is bleeding. We don't know what the cause of the bleeding is. We don't know what the problem is. You get the idea? We don't know what is really going on there. So vesicovaginal fistula is a medical condition that happens when a woman has obstructed labor. The leading cause of VVF is underage pregnancy. Underage pregnancy is the leading cause of VVF. You can get pregnant, but your body, birth canal, uterus, all those things are not fully developed. So Miss Irene is telling you, because it is sex equal to pregnancy for a female, you need to know that if I'm saying yes to sex, I'm saying yes to pregnancy. I'm saying yes to possible death. I'm saying yes to VVF. And because I don't want pregnancy, I need to ask myself, in what can lead to this? One of it is saying you're dating, and the other is being exposed to rape. So for instance, my mom had me. My mom was even 19 when she had me. Difficult life it has been for her. She was 19, getting ready to start the university. She used to be an athlete. She was on her state scholarship. She was really doing pretty well. And then she met this guy, of course, said they liked her. Anyway, they liked her until she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, the guy said he's not the one. Girls, do you know how old I'm going to be in July? I'm going to be 40 in July. And the guy has still said he's not the one. So my mom has raised me by herself, on her own. And so I'm sitting out here to say, no girl deserves that. So you can be saying like, what? This one just came to my head off the top of my head. Some girls have sex with a guy, get pregnant for him and have a baby. They break up, they move on. Maybe their families ask the guy to be sending support. But guess what? The guy becomes a drug addict, very violent. You become, maybe God helps you, you go back to school, you become somebody, and you don't want to be associated with that kind of person. Unfortunately, it's too late. You already have a baby with him. He will always be a part of your life. He can come to your home at any time. He can do any kind of drama. He can come to your children's school drunk, unconscious. You're now in a new reality, but you're still living with the consequence of a mistake you made as a teenager. It's not worth it. Some of the boys that are in class today, in many years to come, they will see you somewhere and tell you, hello, ma, you're the one that will not tell them I was your classmate. So that's why we tell you, wait. You don't know what the future holds for anybody. Wait. Let us all be grown and let's see whether people are responsible or not. Not what we are feeling today. What we're feeling today is really, really temporary. So I'll just read this comment and then I'll go. My friend told me that she got raped multiple times, and it was because of a very close family friend of hers who stayed in her room while her sister and his sister stayed in the same room. How did I miss that? Oh, Lord. All right, I'm back there. He would rape her and she would allow him without complaining. And when she finally asked, he said it was because of depression. So she allowed him. So I don't know if she did right or wrong. So girls, let us break it down. People pleaser. You remember what we talked about yesterday? If he has a depression, he should see a therapist. He violated her. He raped her. Now she's using her body to pacify him because he was depressed. It's not true. It's not true at all. So what she did is wrong. The first wrong thing she did is that she didn't report after it happened the first time. The second wrong thing is her attempting to have a conversation. You don't have a conversation with someone who abuses you. You report them to authority, because if they sit down and talk with you, they can mess with your mind to understand why they're doing what they're doing to you. So the first wrong thing she did was not reporting him. The second wrong thing she did was sitting down to talk with him. And he lied to her. He took advantage of her. He abused her. He violated her. And he lied that he was depressed. Why is that when you like a boy and you tell them, that feeling just reduces? Whether you tell them or not, the feeling is going to reduce. The crushes is supposed to be temporary. A girl asks, is it possible to have sex without getting pregnant? Not exactly. You don't know your body design. You don't know anything. And let me also tell you the other part. So some girls will say, well, I have learned how to get, maybe there's a method to have sex without getting pregnant. I want to let you know that every time girls get into sex, their self-esteem drops a little. It keeps dropping till they feel totally worthless. There's a data that shows that girls who are having sex are 6 times more depressed and likely to commit suicide than girls who are not. The reason is this. One of the reasons is this. When you like a boy, it is short term for both of you. So it's easy to break up if you never kissed him, you never told him, you never had sex, you don't feel anyhow. But if you've had sex with him, what happens is that he will most likely lose feeling for you first. He will lose interest in you first. And when he loses interest in you, he's going to go to another girl. And that hurts. That pains us. That sense of rejection hits. It's even painful when you didn't have sex. But when you've had sex, it's more painful. When he's ever touched you, it's more painful because you feel like absolute trash. So there's no way to look around this. There's this boy, I don't really know him that much. He keeps on saying he likes me. What boys say is not as important as you make it to. Many boys don't know what they're saying. Many boys don't know what they're saying. Many boys say what they say because they tell them that if you want a girl to allow you to touch her, just say nice things to her. Once you say nice things to her, she's going to allow you to touch her. And many times boys are just there telling themselves, let's see how many girls I can touch this time. Let me see how many girls I can touch this week. So it's like a password. They tell them, say this to her, she's going to respond. That's why I told you yesterday that when a guy says that you're beautiful, what you should be saying is, I know, not even thank you. What is thank you? Hey, Aitana, you're so pretty. Oh, I know. I know that. And soon they're going to say you're rude, and that's okay. Because the goal is to be the girl that they respect, not the one they like. Not the one they can come and say, I like to. In fact, when a boy says he likes you, or he's trying to say something nice to you, you should imagine that he thinks that when he says that to you, you're going to give him access to your body. All right? I've closed the chat. Thank you so much, Trina. I've closed the chat box now. So I'm looking at, can we date a boy and stay away from having sex with him? Crushes come with strong emotions. When people have strong emotions, that's why they tell you that there's no love without sex. Crushes come with very strong emotions. There is no guarantee in the world that there will be no sex. Whenever there's strong emotion, that's the next thing. Whenever there's strong emotion, that's the very next thing. I just want you to know that, girls. Whenever there is strong emotion, that's the next thing. So you must keep on telling yourself this truth that risk is not worth getting into. So let me, Ms. Joy, do you want to share the story again? Or I can share the story from here. Hopefully my slide allows me. So let's read the story for today. So we're going to be reading the story of a girl who decided to give dating a try. So there was a 14-year-old girl named Mia who had always been content with her life. She enjoyed spending time with her friends, participating in school activities, and pursuing her hobbies. However, things changed when her friends at school began pressuring her to start dating. Mia was hesitant at first, but she couldn't help but feel curious about what dating would be like. She had never been in a relationship before, and the idea of having a boyfriend, it kind of sounded exciting. So as the weeks went by, Mia's friends continued to pressure her to start dating. They would tease her about being single and constantly talk about their own relationships, making Mia feel left out and insecure. Despite her reservations, Mia decided to give dating a try. She started talking to a boy in her class named Jack, and they hit it off right away, meaning that it felt like, oh, they just liked each other. They went on a few dates, and Mia felt like she was finally a part of the dating world. However, as time went on, Mia realized that Jack always wanted them in enclosed spaces, but she did not mind. After all, he's my boyfriend, and we need to have alone time together, Mia thought. Jack wanted more from Mia. He wanted to have sex with her, but she bluntly refused, and when he tried forcing his way through, she gave him a very dirty slap. Jack got really upset and ended things with her, but that was not all. His friends began to advise him on getting back at Mia for slapping him. They came up with a plan. A few days later, Jack called Mia and said he wanted them to talk after school about that he would love to apologize for his wrongdoings. Mia smiled and agreed. As school dismissed for the day, they waited till everyone had gone, and he took Mia aside to talk. Unknowingly to Mia, his friends were hiding at a corner, and when Jack signaled them, they all bounced on her and raped her. So let's hear what you learned from the story. Chat room is open. Keep it only to the conversations. Let's try to avoid answering other people's chats. Just tell me, what did you take away from Mia's story? What did you take away from Mia? Don't be deceived by boys. The story is scary, but it's very true life story. Don't date. Sad to never date. Typical story. Don't meet people privately. Don't trust anyone. Don't date. Don't believe boys. She should have thought of it. Well, girls like apologies. Girls like to be told, because I like you. So boys feel like they can get anything from girls when they say that they like you. So you have to grow up to be the girl who tells yourself by yourself that you like yourself, so that whenever a boy says it, it is not a big deal. Resist peer pressure. You know, some of your friends come and gist you about their own relationship. They don't tell you about the drama. They don't tell you about the shameful things. They don't tell you about the guilt. They don't tell you about the low self-esteem. They don't tell you when they find out that the guy that they like in school likes another girl or is chatting up another girl. And sometimes you see some group of girls hate another group of girls just because of a boy. Why would girls do that to themselves? She would have brought her friends with her. Well, she was feeling like a special girl. I mean, she spent time alone with him before in an enclosed space. So somebody, Shay said, boys have too much sweet mouth. No, girls love to hear lies. Girls, I don't know how to put this. It's not the sweet mouth of the boys, because that boy that has sweet mouth, there's a girl that doesn't even pay him attention. So you have to become a girl that is not carried away by what boys say. All right, it looks like we've had a really awesome time today. If you have a boy best friend and he asks you if you have started your period because you told him you have stomach pain, how do you respond? Period talk is normal talk. A boy best friend says, you started your period? Yes, I've started my period. No big deal. Period is normal talk. It's not talk for people you're intimate with. All girls will eventually have their periods. So it's not a special conversation to have. By the way, we have a very solid session happening on Friday evening, and we're talking about menstrual hygiene. Some boys in my class put down my classes. Some even bow down and be telling, good morning, ma. What should I do? I don't understand the question. So let me share a secret with you. I'm going to close the chat now. I'm going to share a secret with you about boys that are really different, because there are different boys. There was this guy and he said he loved me, and so he always promised to kiss me on the cheek or touch my butt, but he never had the chance. And then I was very blind until my mom found out about our conversation and guided me back on the right track. So I then blocked him and he continuously avoided me. It's not a joke when a boy taps you on the butt. It's disrespect. There's something called body autonomy. That means people should keep their hands to themselves. People who respect you keep their hands to themselves. Some of you say, oh, Ma, I think it's just a normal thing for boys to be like this. No. Boys that are well raised treat you with respect. When they help you, they avoid touching you. They avoid having body contact with you. They can help you carry your bag. They can check up on you. How are you doing? Hi, hello. And many times they will avoid asking you out. They'll avoid telling you they want to be girlfriends because they're well raised. They are raised in homes where they are told how to honor women. The 15 to 17-year-old class have a conversation today coming where there's a statistics in Nigeria that says that 1 in 3 women have suffered domestic violence from their partners. Another research says 1 in 3 men is violent towards women. So what does that tell you? We're living in a society that thinks that it is okay to hurt women and it's okay. It's not a big deal. So every time you interact with a boy and teach him how to treat you, you help the entire women race. A boy wants to touch you, you say, put your hands to yourself. Don't you ever try that. The next girl he meets, he thinks that that girl also feels that same way. So if he meets that girl and she doesn't know well until he meets another girl. So we must all strive to make sure that the boys who meet us leave us with the mindset that they must respect women. So everyone, we have our affirmation on the screen. Sit upright, turn on your cameras. Let's recite this affirmation before we head out. So the first thing we're saying is let's go. So you can repeat after me. I'm going to unmute the mic so that I can hear you guys, but we have to do it in an orderly manner. We are 12 to 14 for crying out loud. So we can do it in an orderly manner. So you just repeat after me. I am beautiful.
I am
Beautiful.
My body is changing.
I love
My body is changing.
I love how my body
Always honor my body.
is
changing.
love
My body
is
No matter
I will
how
always honor my body.
I never
all the things for my body.
myself
No matter how I feel.
No
No matter what the trends are.
honor my body.
I will never let anyone
Myself.
honor my body.
Get out.
I carry myself.
Carry myself.
Power of
Never let anyone
refuse to say no.
I can choose any
Have the power of
my
choice.
mind, my body. I have the
The
power of choice. All right, girls. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.